Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Noob or Not, my ongoing video series where I take the avatars of Overwatch and play them. You tell me, am I being a noob or not? Leave a comment below if I can do something better. Leave a comment below if I'm doing something stupid. And feel free to let me know just how dumb I'm being. But this is May and it's tough to be dumb on May. What am I doing here, taking shots on purpose? Yes, because I want to put myself in my cryo freeze and get my ultimate boosted. It goes so fast that I can't believe it still goes that quickly. The Nerf bat is incoming. It will happen one of these days. Don't get used to this, but we'll see. You never know. Now, a lot of people hate May, and a lot of people love May, and they all hate and love May, I would like to think, for the exact same reason. May gets in the way all the time. You see, my buddy right there just had to go around me. Well, one of my buddies used me as protection because that's exactly what a Torbjorn would do. You're like, oh, there's a barricade. I'm going to sit behind it and set up my... Oh, my turret's been shut down. But anyways, we're talking about May. So with May, I just like to isolate the other team, you know? I go in and get shot whenever I think I can get a couple peppered shots at me, not like a big blast to the head or anything like that. Then come back and heal myself up, and then go in and try to cryo-freeze them with their little endothermic blaster, right? And that's all there is to it. Every now and again, you've built up enough ult that you can throw down your blizzard and stop people from getting any closer than they can. Oh, my Zenyatta went down. That was unfortunate. Yeah. Now, when I play May, it's almost exclusively defensively, but I can play her offensively. But man, she just crushes it on defense. She just halts the entire team. I mean, she's the character in Overwatch that best personifies her whole character type, if you know what I mean. I mean, Reaper is like Reaper, but May is all May. She's got the endothermic freeze, the icicles, the ice healing of herself. Oh, it's incredible. And then, like, I like to use the walls to kind of isolate people, right? So, like right here, I probably would have used it to kind of isolate that diva, but I didn't because she was way out in the open. Reload, get ready, keep an eye on my Lucio, come back, make sure everybody's here. There's some people are trying to go up and around through here, but our 76 is taking care of it, I believe. So I come over here and, you know, oh, there's a really good one coming up. Let me see. Yes, right here. Okay, so I see this Mercy kind of flying in from the side. I'm like, oh, yes, I'm going to go get her. So I pinch down the isolation so she can't run back. Start to go after her. And I can't get to her because her endothermic freeze range is only 10 meters. It feels a lot closer when you're on the other side of it, but it's only 10 meters. And the reason I didn't want to go out there wasn't because of that mini diva that was sitting there, but because of the 76 I saw off to the side of the ice wall. And, you know, if I'd have placed it a little bit further down, but I had already committed to trying to get that Mercy and hoping that nobody was there. Somebody was there, so I just played it out the way I had to play it out, you know, a little bit more cautiously. But had nobody been there, I would have probably ignored the mini diva. Maybe froze her up too and kind of got them both half frozen, if you know what I mean, and then finished off the Mercy, but it is what it is. Oh, here my Zenyatta helps me out. There was a great push, and I see McCree, and I'm going after McCree. I'm going to help him out. See, I use the ice wall to stop him from going back and getting the health pack, and then I come and finish him off, and it's all good, and then I get shot. 76 gets me with his Helix rockets, I believe. Get back to the respawn, and we're playing with a Symmetra. This is important later. So there's a teleporter. I don't know how many charges have been used, but I come through. Thanks for the tele, Symmetra. It's always awesome. Get back on the point and continue holding it. You know, just using the ice walls to divide the other team. Now, I know that sometimes people get divided on your own team when a May is playing, and that's the difference between, you know, playing with a team you've been playing with for a long time or a May that's been playing for a long time enough to know that people are going to divide themselves. And then it's up to that May player to decide whether or not the divide is going to happen depending on what's going on in playstyle. And what I mean is, you know, there's aggressive players that, oh, I beat 2 ults in 1/2 ability. That is adorable. Here I split them on this side because I wanted them to force to the left around the tower, the statue. Sometimes that happens. Oh, and here the Mercy gets the hold res. I throw down this blizzard. I'm trying to finish her off. Yes. And she goes down, and I didn't blow it. I did it on purpose because if I'm the last one standing, and I kind of realized I was at the moment, the rest of the team is probably still coming. Sometimes I can outlast the push. So I thought maybe I'd throw it down. Maybe the teleporter's there. Maybe they all get around the corner faster. Well, they didn't get around the corner as fast as I would have liked them to. So now I'm kind of backing up and getting back on the defense. It wasn't... what I'm trying to say, it wasn't a great ult use there, but it wasn't the worst one. And I'd like to think for those reasons it wasn't the worst. But if you think otherwise, go ahead and give me a thumbs down. Please leave a comment below and let me know what I did wrong and how I can do better so I can improve at this game. And use appropriate troll and ease if that's what you happen to speak. Anyways, moving on. we get back. They get to the point, and these maps, I like these hybrid maps. I like these because they give you a little bit of both kind of actions that you receive in the Overwatch experience. So you have the assault action, and then you have the payload push, which is fun because you need to kind of divide where they're pushing through. Here, that was a bad play on my part. No, wait, it wasn't because I had my ult. I should have tried to wall her, but nobody was there except for me and Zenyatta, so I just went ahead and did my iceberg. I think later on I do a really bad wall, and because I know she's got her charge and I blew it. Okay, so we're isolating again. Is she going to come around the corner? No, I actually needed some health, so while she's blasting on that, I'm going to heal up. She retreats, and that's fine because my teammates had pushed the payload all the way back. We were being silly at this point. You know, dividing up like that is probably going to cost us. In fact, I remember it does. They get the payload push pretty quickly on that one. All right, so I'm coming back out the door. And I don't know if I should fast forward these or not. I think I'm going to fast forward the next section here just to see if there's a big difference. And I'd like you people my good friends out there to tell me whether or not the death and then running back to the action should be omitted or fast forwarded or not. I'd appreciate that because right now I just like the kill cam. You don't need to see that. Everybody knows how you died, right? Here's another good example of dividing. Half their team was on that wall and they got around it, but for a moment there we had a few of them. Oh, and here I get my ult. Oh, yes, I get that tire, that McCree. Maybe he goes down. I don't know. So here's the speed up to the next point. We're going to be right on the action as quick as possible. Right back up there. Apparently, it was enough to finish him off when my teammates got there. Okay. I know I was thinking about something. There was a... Oh, this is a perfect one. Boom. Where are you going to go, soldier? Nowhere. Can't get through there. I don't even need to shoot him with the icicle. Actually, the icicle doesn't do as much damage as the endothermic beam, but you can headshot with it. So that's why those of you who see those kill cams and are frustrated by it, you're like, oh, it's always like she's lining up that shot. She is. And because if there's no reason to. Otherwise, you know, she'll just endothermic you to death, which a lot of people do if they have a full gun. There's nothing wrong with that. That was a good divide. That kept them from pushing here while I was investigating what was going on right. And here's that Genji. I saw him moving right, so we went and got him. And that's a good way to scare him off. Just spray that thing back, forth, left, and right like that. That was the bad wall I was talking about earlier. I couldn't save any of my teammates, so I had only my own ice barrier, which of course gives my health. My Zenyatta was ready and was healing through it, and everybody else was far enough away, so it paid off. But unfortunately, I don't think it was the best wall. I could have done better. This last little bit here, they're about to go in for the final push, and I see that my teammate has switched to a May. We had talked about it a little bit. It's the ultimate counter. You know, we're chuckling. We're like, yeah, they're not going to get any further than this. And they didn't. You know, this is one of the reasons why people complained about quick play having multiple character types and why they divided it out and put an arcade style and made quick play the casual version of the of competitive, which, you know, works. I think it works because now if you want to experiment with players and kind of have a semi-competitive environment that sort of replicates what you're going to experience in the competitive environment, I think it's a good idea, and I think it works. And I like the fact that there's a quick play arcade option also for those people who would like to go play arcade style, and I would from time to time. I mean, it's fun to run 6 Bastions, even though it's ridiculously mean. Anyways, we've come to the end of the game. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed this content in this play of the game by Masaru, then by all means give me a thumbs up. If you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. I'll put out more content like this. I've been doing it about 3 times a week right now. Well, 2 times a week on Overwatch and once a week on Minecraft, which I do to play with my niece and nephew. So feel free to watch whatever you want, though. Until next time, however, thank you very much for watching. My name is JC. John Chalant is the channel name, if you're curious how to pronounce that. And I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
Oh, man, Danger, I'm sorry. I'm contractually obligated to vote for NAR.